Pharaoh Akhenaten ruled Egypt from around 1353 to 1336 BCE during the 18th dynasty. He is most famous for his radical religious reform and his establishment of Atenism, which centered on the worship of the god Aten. Akhenaten sought to diminish the power of Egypt's traditional priesthood, especially that of Amun, and replace the polytheistic practices with a form of monotheism, where Aten was the only god. This shift was revolutionary in a deeply religious and polytheistic society like Egypt, and it had widespread consequences for art, culture, and politics. Akhenaten moved the capital from Thebes to a new city, Akhetaten, modern-day Amarna, which became the center of his religious and political vision. Pharaoh Akhenaten's religious reforms and focus on the worship of Aten had a significant indirect impact on Egypt's military strategy. With his primary attention on religious and artistic pursuits, he reduced Egypt's military engagement and neglected the traditional maintenance of its armed forces. During his reign, Egypt's borders, particularly in regions like Canaan and Syria, were left relatively undefended, leading to incursions from foreign powers. This weakening of military focus under Akhenaten is thought to have contributed to a decline in Egypt's geopolitical influence during his rule. Despite these reforms, Akhenaten's reign ended in turmoil. After his death, his successor, the young Tutankhamun, who is thought to have been his son, restored traditional polytheistic practices, and the worship of Aten quickly declined. Akhenaten's city, Akhetaten, was abandoned, and his name was erased from historical records, likely as part of a campaign to discredit his reign. Despite the brief period of time and the eventual rejection of his religious changes, Akhenaten remains one of the most enigmatic and controversial figures in ancient Egyptian history. Ultimately, his religious and economic reforms created a period of significant upheaval, and his successors struggled to restore the previous economic order.